Joining us tonight is Congressman Biggs. He's the chairman of the House Freedom Caucus, a member of the House Judiciary Committee. And Congressman, I want to first ask your reaction to now the governor, after these tragic deaths, now the governor wants to listen to President Trump and has apparently done so. Your reaction?
Well, it's about time. These riots, this looting, this murder and mayhem have nothing to do with any kind of protest people may have regarding a police incident that took place several days ago. This is all about the left trying to, it's just a bunch of thugs on the left that are trying to basically burn down businesses, torch and destroy this country, and it's a revolution. And so, in my opinion, the governor is way late, but it's better late than never, I suppose. But I'm glad that he's going to let some good guidance and some good assistance from the president, who's on top of this issue, get to Kenosha. Yeah,
it's very clear that Democrat governors and Democrat-run cities, whether we're talking about Portland, Chicago, Seattle, wherever it may be, Kenosha, they're playing politics, and that is not only a shame, it is tragic. And the communities are putting up with it, which is even more devastating, I think, to this country, that we have people who will accept that kind of leadership and governance in their communities, where they really have the greatest control over their lifestyle. Their values are tested there in local communities. And they should be influencing the outcome of governance instead of simply being bystanders. And in Kenosha, for example, they're simply victims. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I've often said that since we're a republic and we get to vote, we get the government we deserve because we vote for that government. But the kind of government that we've seen in Kenosha, Portland, Chicago, I can't imagine anybody thinking that when they cast their ballot that they would get leaders who would allow the mayhem and rioting on the streets, that they would tell their police officers to stand down. We may get stuck with the government we deserve because we vote that way, but it's too much.
It's too much, and it's ridiculous that talking with Scott Carpenter, the owner of business in Kenosha last night on this broadcast, they pay taxes. They've lived there for their lives, worked there in their businesses for 30 years, and it was burned down by thugs and the Black Lives activists who support them. Why not? Why not just refuse to pay taxes? Who needs to put? What are the people paying taxes for? These mayors standing down their police departments and saying, you take over. I don't know what the young man is going to be found guilty of, if anything. It's clear that he is a suspect, and I don't want to in any way judge the case. But I have to tell you, the responsibility is on that city council and that mayor who stood that police department down, and not because they chose not to protect property, not to protect lives. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%. Saw your interview last night. Great interview, Lou, but you're right on the spot here. Right on the spot. These guys have liability.
Congressman, it's always good to have you with us. We appreciate it.